Isolation versus collaboration. If I could get into our collaboration part of our talk. And this is going to be something more speaking from the heart. I'm learning more and more to speak from the heart. But I've put a couple of slides to help you with it. And it's just emphasizing something for each of our journey in life. Anybody knows Brené Brown here? She's fantastic. I started reading her books about vulnerability about 5 years ago. I did not know what vulnerability meant 5 years ago. I've had a rough past, as many of us have in different ways, and vulnerability was a negative thing, not a positive thing. So after reading a lot about Brené Brown and taking some training, I have a lot to learn. But this is what Brené Brown's saying. Brené Brown's saying is, in one of her research, living with air pollution increases your odds of dying early by 5%, living with obesity by 20%, excessive drinking 30%, and living with loneliness, it increases our odds of dying early by 45%. This is how hard isolation is on you. In COVID was a big test for all of us. And it's like, wow, man, it's like it was not a warm and fuzzy couple of years for any of us. It also gave us a lot of perspective. So if we could pass the envelopes. Some TSMs have envelopes to pass around. I'm just doing a little exercise, a small example. And when you get the envelope, just hold on to it. Okay, yeah. Greg, this table? Yeah. Okay. It's a small exercise we're going to do together, guys, and I'm inviting you to make this more impactful for both of us. Okay? So if you could open it and see what's inside. It's a small puzzle piece. It's a piece of a jigsaw puzzle. It's just a very small token of an example to help us expand on this idea of collaboration that I'm learning about. And I'm not here to speak to you as a teacher, but as a student that's walking on this journey with you to learn about collaboration. So what it is a jigsaw puzzle. What does it represent to you as you look at it or you see it? What does it represent to you?
That you're part of something bigger.
Wow, okay. Very cool. What else does it represent to you?
You're a custom fit.
Wow. You're a custom fit. Okay.
Every piece is important.
Every piece is important. You need help? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. This is nothing. Oh, we need a lot of help. That's true. Okay. Wow. Well, the piece of puzzle, life is a puzzle. What we have in our hand is, to some extent, an analogy of life, and maybe what it is that you are a puzzle. I'm 47 years old. I'm still learning who I am. And I'm learning that I'm a puzzle. I'm trying to figure out, how do I fit? Where's my puzzle piece? The challenge is, what limits us sometimes is how we look at ourselves, and we fall into a bit of a trap about how different we are or how we may not fit in and stuff like that. And the reality is that each of you have a different puzzle piece. There's not a single two puzzle piece in this entire room. They're all 100% unique. As each of you is 100% unique. The puzzle piece was made with a lot of care for the shape that it is and the color that it is. And it has the purpose, and each of you is also a puzzle piece that's uniquely made. And there's not a single person like you ever existed, nor will everyone like you again. With that uniqueness, we all have that in common. We all have in common that we're each individually different. And how uniting is that? So yes, we're different, but we're all different, and we share how different we are. So learning how to embrace that has been part of my journey. I came to the United States in 1990. I'm a proud American. My background is Lebanese Syrian, and I grew up in the war-torn country of Beirut, Lebanon, till the age of 14. And the first 14 years of my life was very scary. There was a very heavy civil war, and I've spent months and months underground in bomb shelters at times. And so when I talk about mission statement, and I say our mission statement is to fulfill inspired dreams, that's because I couldn't dream when I was in those years. I just wanted to live one night to see tomorrow. And to be able to come here to this amazing country and be free to dream and inspire others to dream, it's like, wow, I'm alive. I don't fear death, I fear not living. Maybe we don't have a choice whether you live or die, but you do have a choice if you're living or not. And what does living mean? To me, it means being you and speaking from your heart and not letting your mind trap you with the fear that it rolls from our life experience. And I just want to encourage each of you to continue to strive to be you and be alive in a way that pushes you outside your comfort zone. And this is outside my comfort zone. I'm learning how to trust. I'm learning how to overcome. So collaboration is a big change for me. I held on things so tightly because letting go felt out of control. Letting go felt like I may not be alive, because in the early years of my life, if I let go, I would not be alive. And in the earlier life, if I could express myself in being me, I would be persecuted and massacred and killed. And so I could not be me in those ages. And now I just I want to live. And so you have a choice. Somebody said that every man and woman dies, but not every man and woman really lives. And you have a choice how you live every day. Onto the puzzle piece, it's a huge analogy about the collaboration power. Because you could each look at your puzzle pieces and you just look at it again and look at the colors. And just, it's very unique and it has a very unique shape and there's a color on there and yeah, it's part of something. The challenge is, it's almost impossible within our state of mind to know what we can create together. Because the power of collaborations is holding what we know loosely enough to invite something new in our space that is bigger than what we can see. There's a lot of things this doesn't know that your soul knows. And letting go of this to invite collaboration is going to create something very extraordinary. Together we make a masterpiece bigger than each of our imagination. Because none of you right now could look at your puzzle piece and see what you're part of. It is not possible. You can never ask the pot to explain the pot maker. What we make together is this beautiful piece. How extraordinary is that? Each of your puzzle pieces will perfectly fit together collaboratively to make something this extraordinary. None of us could see that in each of our puzzle pieces. And that's a hint of how big collaboration can be and how beautiful we could make things beyond what we can see if we hold things loosely enough to invite others into it. If we're stuck in our minds, I don't feel we're allowing ourselves to truly be and live. Our minds could only see this while we are actually part of that. So we could choose to stay within the limits of what we see, and that's being stuck in our mind. Or we could choose to open up and trust to create the extraordinary with others. And that's the choice we all make. I think collaboration is very, very powerful. And this statement has a lot to say with it. It's just that I'm not saying that we're less or more. You're each a masterpiece, and each one is made perfectly a certain way that has incredible beauty behind it. You could actually take one of these and just make a poster frame and hang on a wall because it's a beautiful piece. But part of something bigger is also expanding on that beauty and what we could create together. Okay. Few more slides for you. Imagine what a piece looks like when there's a lost piece. When you have a giant puzzle piece, one is missing. There's a gap there. It's a big gap. So there's a lot of longing for that collaboration to come things together. And sadly, the piece is also looking for belonging. So we're each looking for belonging. And there's a longing for our belonging to be part of something that as well. So just hold that there's a lot of love bigger than we could experience that's longing for us as well. Collaboration is opening the possibility beyond what we could see. Just the fact that this event happened here, and all I had a vision for Jackie is limoncello. That's all I had for her, and she just made all this happen. And so as I am learning to overcome my fears of trusting others, because there was a time that I could not trust. And we each have had experiences and challenges in the past where we learned to put covers on and protect ourselves. But as I learn how to dissolve those bondages, I'm able to invite and collaborate with my wonderful team sitting here and the incredible team behind the walls that put their heart and passion into what they do. And that's a journey for me. And just to say that I invite you to continue to entrust others, because if we are each leaders here, that's why you're in this room. You each lead in your space. If you are called to be a leader, leadership is about leading others, and the best way to lead is if you have followers that trust you. Well, if you do want to create a relationship where there's trust, and you're the leader, then you should entrust first, so the other person could trust you. So in every area of your life, if you truly want to take a stand and lead, then we should entrust first and take the risk. Somebody said, it takes great risk in trusting others, and it's far greater risk in life in not trusting others. Yeah. And trusting comes with hurt, but there's a lot bigger out there than the hurt that we may experience. Yeah. You are a masterpiece and part of an even greater masterpiece, each of you here. It's an honor for me to have you. Lastly, just a quick note on passion and compassion, something that I'm speaking from my personal growth experience also. Very passionate about Euroline, very passionate about the product, and I'm a physicist by background, and I love creating, designing, and all that. And I focused my passion on creation of the product. What has completely opened up for me in the last 5-7 years is recognizing that passion by itself could take you a lot of places, but passion by itself could also isolate you, because you go so far to your passion that you lose the people that you should join on the journey with. And so passion without compassion is missing something. And you gotta hold your passion for the product and what you do, and then while holding compassion for the team that you need to collaborate with. And compassion outwardly is a reflection of your compassion inwardly. So if you want to grow your compassion with others, learn how to be more patient and loving to yourself. That will fill your bucket, and you can be more sharing with others. So hold your passion for design and art as high as we hold it, and let's raise our compassion for each other and ourselves equally, if not higher, because the two goes a long way. Lastly, there was a quote that really helped me through COVID times. And at the beginning of COVID, things were scary for me as the CEO of Euroline and the responsibilities behind all the employees. There was a mandate to shut down and everything. I'm like, wow, we get shut down for 3 or 4 months. I cannot open the keys. I mean, the car won't start again. There's no way you could get the train going after you've had years and years of getting it going. So I said, well, I don't know. I came from Lebanon. Take me to prison. I don't care. I'm going to keep open. But I also knew that I cannot do this by myself. And there's no way that I could carry the weight of who we are, where we're going by myself. And so we had a big company meeting, as I have at the beginning of each month, and I shared with them a quote. And the quote says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with others. As a team, we're going to go together. And we carried it through. I said, I don't know where to go. I don't know what I'm doing, because I don't know what the state is going to say tomorrow or the day after. But we're going to go together. That's what's important. And we'll figure it out. And we just carried it through. So if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. This meeting is to invite you to expand on what collaboration is. And it's about leading more openly with trust and vulnerability and creating space for compassion with how we work together. Yeah. So be you, be one within you to integrate yourself, and then you could stretch in being one with all. Thank you for your kind attention and commitment to joining us today. I really appreciate your time. I know all of you guys have just tons of stuff to do, and so nobody here because they're like, oh, we'll just go hang out. And so I know it took a time commitment. I'm just really, really honored that you made this time commitment with us. Look forward to endless possibilities through our collaboration. And just thank you very, very much. Yeah, thank you.